The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello and welcome. This is TVWAN News. In this edition, government reminded to conclude Porgera Community Development Agreement, LLG elections confirmed for April this year, and Douglas David to debut again for Hunters. The government was again reminded today of the delay in the conclusion of the Porgera Community Development Agreement, a process which started last year but is yet to be concluded. Resettlement of people living within the special mining lease area is also an outstanding issue, and the member for Laigap raised these concerns today, seeking answers on when these processes should be completed.
Despite the deployment of state security officers to the reopened Porgera mine, illegal mining and other law and order issues continue to rise. This prompted the member for Laigap, who on behalf of the people of Porgera, who are yet to have a representative following the death of their member, take the government to task over when the community development agreement will be concluded and resettlement conducted.
We'll ask him, and third time we ask him. Last mining minister we ask him. Last time too we ask him, now we ask him again. One time through, community development agreement law, Porgera government by finish. I've been failed 6 times. I'm not finished yet, and I'm failed yet. So CDA the Porgera conclude yet. Mine resettlement, I'm no come up yet 30 years now. So this law line been my sleep array long SML area and villages was in Kulapina. Panandakan, Alpis, Emol illegal manas go sleep lab na, making trouble long Porgera gold mine. So Emol stop inside long SML area. So resettlement no come up yet. Last agreement, CDA no come up. So me like, I want a clear time frame of when we would conclude the CDA. It has failed over and over again.
Mining Minister Wake Goi, in acknowledging the questions, provided assurance that the CDA process was almost complete.
CDA ME almost done. 95% has been done. So 5% and some legal issues tend to become some big fly issues legally. So hopefully by end of maybe this month or next month should be ready.
In addressing resettlement concerns, the mining minister said this is work in progress, also pointing out issues being faced in this area.
So, resettling all and some work that like progress, some like progress. So maybe maybe before June, July or kind something or some we will see some big improvement along areas like identifying lands. Identify some source of fundings that we can use in resettling on some.
Meantime, following the killing of 2 illegal miners in Porgera 2 weeks ago, a meeting was held between the leaders of the villages within the SML, the security personnel, and NPL management. One main concern raised by the leaders during this meeting was resettlement. All leaders expressed their desire to be resettled in order to avoid more problems. Ruth Rongola, TVWAN News.
Answers to questions raised by the member for Sinasina Yongomol Kerengakua last year about the process involved in appointing 6 lawyers as King's Counsels were incorporated in the Hansard today, despite opposition from KUA. KUA called for the answers to be presented on the floor of public consumption. However, the Attorney General Pilani Nengi chose to incorporate it into the Hansard.
When question time ended today in Parliament and as the House was transiting to grievance debate, Attorney General Pilani Nengi rose, seeking leave of Parliament to incorporate into the Hansard his answers to questions raised by the member for Sinasina Yongomol Kerengakua last year, following the appointment of 6 lawyers as King's Counsels.
I'd like to place on the notice that my questions are quite thick and big. It will be placed on the notice and the answers, because it spells out the policies in which they are appointed.
This approach did not go down well with KUA, who intervened with a point of order and demanded that the answers be presented on the floor of Parliament so everyone can hear it.
Honourable Member, what is your point of order?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Acting Assistant Speaker. I don't believe that incorporating it into the Hansard is an adequate approach. This is a very, very public legal issue. We've articulated that question openly on the floor of Parliament. All the stakeholders are out there waiting and watching for an answer.
However, Nengi cited reasons of the document being too lengthy to be presented on the floor and went ahead, sought leave to file the answers on the Hansard, which was granted.
Assistant Speaker, I once again seek leave to incorporate my answers to the Hansard.
Leave granted.
KUA was still adamant and again intervened with a point of order, asking the Minister to present the answers next week.
I think we do it properly, Mr. Assistant Speaker. Let him answer it in full on Tuesday. It's a public issue. We can't bury it and hide it.
Despite KUA's persistence, the Speaker reminded them that an order has already been made, rendering KUA's attempts futile. Ruth Rongola, TVWAN News.
Assurance that the local level government elections will proceed as scheduled for 2025 have been provided by Minister responsible Soro Yoe in Parliament Thursday and today. Minister Yoe emphasized that the deferred LLG elections from last year will proceed come April.
Minister for Provincial and Local Level Government Affairs, Soro Yoe, has assured in both Parliament sessions of Thursday 13 and Friday 14 March that the local level government elections will proceed as scheduled come April.
Yes, answer Muslim, yes. As we have agreed end of last year, LLG election was set for April 24th. Writs are to be issued, and then July 25th, the writs are to be returned, so that date still remains.
The LLG elections will commence with the issue of writs on the 24th of April 2025, with the return of writs scheduled for 25th of July 2025. The nomination, campaign, polling and counting period are planned to take place during the duration of when the writs are issued and when they are returned. Minister Yoe also highlighted that the election of LLG presidents will be conducted utilizing 2 methods of election.
Presidents to be elected by people, and second method is presidents to be elected by ward members. And consistent with that, decisions were made in the end of last year, and that is those 2 methods. Provinces in the Highlands, including Morobe province, have opted elect the president by the present practices, which is ward members who elect their own presidents.
The minister emphasized that these elections are essential for the representatives of government that work directly with the people of the country at the village and community levels. Maricela Calaton, TV1 News.
Prime Minister James Marape has reaffirmed his commitment to upholding the rule of law and ensuring due process in the ongoing court proceedings following media reports suggesting his unwillingness to testify. The Prime Minister clarified that he is not avoiding his role, but says he must also fulfill his constitutional duties to the nation, particularly in managing key parliamentary and governmental affairs. Marape's statement is already in the possession of the police and the court since 2013. But if he is required to testify in person, he said he will not hesitate. He emphasized that his legal team has been in communication with the relevant authorities to ensure that his testimony is given at the appropriate time. Following months of infighting over the Madang provincial administrator's role, Daniel Aloy has finally resumed duties following the dismissal of the stay order that was preventing him from taking office. He arrived in Madang Thursday and was welcomed by government department heads, landowners, the public, and Governor Ramsey Pariwa. A welcome ceremony and handing over of the keys to the administration building was hosted at the Madang Provincial Government Park.
Last year, the National Executive Council terminated the contract of Frank Lau as the provincial administrator of Madang Province and appointed Daniel Aloy to replace him. However, Lau obtained a stay order against this NEC decision, preventing Aloy from taking office, and he continued to act in this role. Aloy then filed an application to set aside this stay order. His application was successful early this week, with the court setting aside this order, which automatically rendered the NEC decision active, making Aloy the acting provincial administrator of Madang. Mr. Aloy, in thanking NEC, was also mindful of the time lost and how it had severely impacted negatively on the provincial indicators for health and education, amongst others. However, he plans to work in partnership with the government of the day through the Integrated Development Plan 2023 to 2027.
But tomorrow, me, Amamas Long, endorsing Ting na Dreaman Long Governor. Tomorrow, by strong, hard for us to recourse.
Madang Governor Ramsey Pariwa, who was never in good terms with the outgoing administrator, Frank Lau, welcomed Aloy and assured the people of Madang that he will work with Aloy to deliver services to Madang.
You fighting you earlier, you want to come here and steal the blessing and plunder the blessing. The people of Madang, you are my enemy. I want compromise too. You don't know who wanted you. Whether you are not province or you are Madang yet, you come under malicious intention, fraudulent spirit, propaganda still. People of Madang, kisim nuclear administrator blibla.
District Administrator for Madang District, Albert Ului, is optimistic that Madang, the change in administration signifies a new beginning for the province. Representing the business sector in Madang, Andrew Thorne, the manager for Anderson's, whilst welcoming Mr. Aloy, had highlighted what the sectors need to the new administrator. Frida Kana, TV1 News.
You're watching TV1 News. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more stories after the break.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy paid units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama. You wait time, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magical karaoke, up a big smile on face. Time for kim chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the moo, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste P&G loves.
It's back to school with Lay Biscuits. We're giving away a massive 100,000 kina cash gift voucher to help you kickstart the year. We've got prizes up for grabs from 200, 500, 1,000, 2,000 and a whopping 5,000 kina cash gift voucher. Here's how to enter. Spend 10 kina or more on any Lay Biscuit product. Write the contact details on the back of the receipt for your chance to win. Promotion starts on the 10th of February and ends on the 4th of April. Fresh draw on the 11th of April and the major draw on the 16th of April. See selected stores nationwide. Terms and conditions apply.
This honking is doing your head in. Why don't you go and put a stop to it? Oh, maybe not.
Bing bang bing, ding ding dong, dum dum.
For Simon, life is simple. Dreams seem distant, yet hope remains. One ticket, one dream. Simon's world changed forever. Yes! From small dreams to big possibilities. The one-top jackpot is here for everyone. Win big every day.
Welcome back. Prime Minister James Marape on Thursday presented a bill for an act to amend the Prime Minister and National Executive Council Act 2002. 80 members of Parliament voted for the passage of this bill that now implements 2 sections of the Constitution that allows implementation of National Executive Council decisions and provides the functions and responsibilities of the Secretary to the National Executive Council.
Parliament has passed the bill to amend the Prime Minister and National Executive Council Act 2002 with 80 votes from members of Parliament in Thursday's Parliament sit-in. The passage of the bill now implements Section 149, subsection 5 of the Constitution to provide for the implementation of the decisions of the National Executive Council.
I raise that the intent of Section 145, subsection 5 of the Constitution was never properly implemented by successive governments. To date, there is no existence of an organic law or a specific act of Parliament that provides for the procedures of NEC. Instead, the NEC has relied on handbook to provide for its own procedures. Madam Speaker, the dilemma with the handbook was that it was not regularly updated over the years to reflect changes to policy and legislations, and as well as the operating environment that we operate in today, over 10 million people, and the needs that is compounded. And this has impacted NEC procedures at various points in time and from time to time.
Furthermore, the amendment bill also implements Section 150 of the Constitution in providing the functions and responsibilities of the Secretary to the National Executive Council.
It is the firm view of the Marape-Rosso government that by capturing the NEC procedures together with the functions and powers of the NEC Secretary in an Act of Parliament, this will eventually lead to whole-of-government coordination best practice policy implementation, and achieving the interventions we made when we took office in 2019.
Prime Minister Marape highlighted that this undertaking is an achievement he has been working towards since taking office in 2019, emphasizing that he had 4 main interventions to achieve that included restoring a whole-of-government approach, promoting best practices for policy intervention, reviewing and updating National Executive Council procedures and legislative requirements, and digitizing the NEC processes. Mary Silla Kelleton, TVWAN News.
The community at Pimaga has encouraged to become agents of change by Kutubu LLG President John Pipikila, following the launch of a housing project for members of the Reserve Police. Killer emphasized that progress can only happen when there is active participation and commitment from the local population.
President of Kutubu LLG, John Pipikila, has encouraged the people of Kutubu to take responsibility in developing the district through collaborative efforts among themselves. Kila's call to action highlights the importance of grassroots involvement in driving positive change and enhancing the quality of life for all.
Mila lagi different changes tablo Pimanga. Mila lagi more than mas work one and you must send Pimanga. Mila work one and mobilim to Tabura Hamura. Mila work one and more than you must send him Mr. Pimanga. Who should must send him? No, Tabura must send him. Who should must send him? Nelson Tabi must send him. You must send him. Me must send him.
President Kila emphasized on law and order, saying it incumbent on the people to take ownership of ensuring change happens with them first before they point fingers at the government.
Empowered me by millions of power in Moria. Prime Minister giving money, Governor giving money, member giving money, President me by stop na power in Moria. This is police law here, law and order.
Kila said with the deployment of 26 reserve police members to Kutubu, law and order is at the top of the priority list for the LLG, whom is committed to supporting policing efforts in Kutubu. Hiri Moale, TVWAN News.
14 Rigo rice farmers are now into the second phase of its monthly rice cultivation training program. The more hands-on task allowed the rice farmers to prepare a rice plot effectively, followed by the practical task of planting a 30 by 30 rice plot. Villagers came as far as Sivitatana, Bore Saro Kena, Imuagoro, Saroa, Girobara, Kwalimuribu, Riwali, Gabone, Kalo and Kamali. The training program aims to teach the art and science of rice cultivation, beginning with the preparation of rice plots and progressing to the planting process. The Walk the Talk Association, Inc., in collaboration with the Taiwanese Technical Mission and the National Agricultural Research Institute, is ensuring that participants leave the training center with real-world applications they can use back in their own villages. About 64% of women in PNG stated they experienced intimate partner violence. This was pointed out as an emerging trend at today's National GBV Strategy 2016 to 2025 review. From the review, 5,000-plus national surveys, 22 provincial questionnaires, and a 4-region listening tour talking to more than 1,000 people tells the country violence is an epidemic and a whole-of-nation pandemic approach is needed to abate the rising tide.
The National Gender-Based Violence Secretariat under the Department of Community Development and Religion are in the final stages of the review of the National GBV Secretariat 2016 to 2025. The agenda gave updates, facilitated dialogue with stakeholders, and presented findings from the review exercises they explored. Senior Advisor and Chief Technical Advisor to the United Nations, Bilupti Kolis, during her presentation, shared that about 64% of women in PNG stated they experienced intimate partner violence.
So between 1986 and 2026, the number of women experiencing intimate partner violence, that's what the statistic is compared year by year, is more than 210%. So 210% increase from 2016 to 2026.
She shared that attitudes towards GBV has slightly worsened. 83% of men and 77% of women believe men have the right to beat their wives. According to the statistics that were shown, of the nearly 4,000 GBV survivors in the survey, 58% said they told someone, but only 12% said they had reported the crime to the police, and only 8% of those resulted in a conviction. Despite these alarming results, 90% of women and 86% of men believe ending gender-based violence is important to PNG. Jasmine Erojak, TVWAN News.
Cocoa farmers in Central Pomio LLG in West New Britain Province are embracing a transformative budding initiative under the Global Environment Facilities Food Systems, Land Use and Restoration Project. 30 farmers from 6 targeted communities underwent intensive training in cocoa budding techniques, training in cocoa building techniques from February 21st to March 7th, 2025.
Farmers from Galloway, Marmar, Pomio, Sali, Olaipun 1 and Olaipun 2 of Central Pomio LLG, West New Britain Province, were set by 6 certified cocoa budders and supervised by Cocoa Board of Papua New Guinea. The training aimed to improve cocoa quality and yield by equipping farmers with essential skills in budding and nursery management. Each community selected 5 participants, 3 males and 2 females, who, upon meeting performance standards, will become certified budders in pursuit of strengthening local expertise and ensuring sustainability.
Mr. Tolainim Kakao, tayo mamablomi sa lugaw timor kakao. Kakao was one pla crops where side pi mipla lo side lo school pi side lo house all needs blo mipla side pi mipla lo planting needs blo mipla. Sem mi animal UNDP lo side lo kakao mi pili mi sem mi line planting something because all skills lo side lo budding mi oklo be animo sem mi pili mi sem amba future life blo mi amba alright lo side lo kakao.
The Cocoa Board of Papua New Guinea provided 18 varieties of cocoa clone materials to establish budwood gardens across the 6 sites. These gardens are expected to boost productivity, reduce pest infestations, and enhance yields in the long run. Donald Songavare, a research officer with Cocoa Board's breeding section with his team, played a crucial role in assessing and tagging different cocoa clone varieties for certification in the existing 4 budwood gardens of farmers in the community. He said quality cocoa starts with high standard planting materials, and the Cocoa Board has put in place guidelines to ensure farmers receive the best materials. He emphasized that only researched and approved cocoa clones should be planted, with Tavilo currently serving as the main seed garden. Frida Kana, TV1 News.
And now we'll have the finance news. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2471 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2471, $0.3765 Australian dollars, $0.2124 euro, and 35.15 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold, palm oil, and copper closed higher. The rest closed the day lower. And on the stock market, The Dow Jones closed lower, the ASX closed higher, and all ordinaries closed higher as well. This is TV1 News. When we return, opposition seeks legal redress. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
Life is about making memories, sharing new adventures. Go beyond the familiar. Don't let bacteria hold you back from experiencing the world. Protex uses natural antibacterial protection with flaxseed oil and eliminates 99.9% of bacteria. Free yourself. Go beyond with Protex.
We are the people, connected to our land and sea. Timeless and enduring, it has served past generations, sustains us today, and will support those of tomorrow. A testament to human ingenuity. It can be shaped into limitless forms. It reflects our humanity, strong yet vulnerable. It teaches us to endure challenges to fulfill our purpose. Past technologies inspire us to look inward for creativity and sustainable solutions for the future. It brings families together, fostering moments of connection over shared meals. Known and cherished worldwide, the clay pot is a universal symbol of life, resilience, and connection.
Disco. Quick hit! Oh my goodness! Going Sari with the ball. Back to Keanu King.
Welcome back. Member for Sinasina Yongomul Karinga Kua has voiced strong opposing views to the amendment made to the NEC Act by the national government. Kua says the NEC Act gives NEC the advantage to not be subject to public scrutiny, criticism and challenges, underscoring that the national government has now implemented policies to discourage the transparency of the NEC. The 2025 Hiri Moale Festival has received a major financial boost with MoneyPlus Limited and the Tourism Promotion Authority officially launching sponsorships yesterday at the Motu Koita Assembly boardrooms. The two organizations have pledged a combined 100,000 kina towards supporting and promoting the festival. The Hiri Moale Festival, a significant cultural event for the Motu Koita people, is set for a grand celebration this year, coinciding with PNG's 50th independence anniversary. At a sponsorship launch on Thursday, the Hiri Moale Festival Committee received sponsorship support from two reputable companies. MoneyPlus Limited reaffirmed its commitment as a silver sponsor, pledging 50,000 kina towards the festival.
MoneyPlus is confident that our support through the sponsorship
can benefit the festival arrangements and source a better and more advanced impact on the importance of truly maintaining and preserving our cultural heritage.
Tourism Promotion Authority Executive Manager for Marketing and Promotions, Joel K. Melo, also announced 50,000 kina in support, emphasizing TPA's interest in developing tourism opportunities in the Motu Koita area.
With this sponsorship, we are also looking at extending our relationship where we can also explore and work together in collaborating to develop tourism in our Motu Koita area, where we'd like to also see tourists coming in and visiting our very own villages, our local villages here in the heart of Port Moresby, in Papua New Guinea as well. So with this, I'd like to say thank you for accepting our sponsorship and also allowing us to look into our longer-term relationship through the MOU, where one day we will also see this event be a reputable event so that we can actually package it, make it a annual package that can be sold to our Australian market or maybe our European market or our Australian, North American market, where tourists all over the world can come and witness our very own Hiri Moale Festival that happens in the heart of the city.
Motu Koita Assembly CEO Marikila welcomed the sponsorships, highlighting the vital role of corporate and government support in keeping the festival alive for future generations. He said that the Hiri Moale Festival defines who we are as a people. Money Plus and TPA support strengthens our commitment to preserving our culture. With these strategic partnerships, the Hiri Moale Festival 2025 is poised to be a spectacular showcase of cultural pride, history, and tourism growth. The Papua New Guinea National Museum and Art Gallery has received a major boost with the official handover and confirmation of digitization equipment from the Japan International Cooperation Agency. The project marks a significant step in preserving the country's historical and cultural records for future generations. The official handover ceremony of digitization equipment highlighted the ongoing partnership between PNG and Japan in preserving the country's cultural heritage, with JICA once again stepping in to support the National Museum's digitization efforts and formal certification to ensure proper training and effective use of the technology.
Japan has been a big supporter of this country. They have left so many legacies. Their presence in the country is huge.
JICA's support for PNG's cultural heritage dates back to the 1990s, when the agency first introduced digital technology to the museum. This latest initiative aims to enhance the museum's capacity in archival preservation through modern digitization tools.
Even though this is a minor project in the grand scheme of things, it assists towards the National Museum and Arts Gallery in terms of their capacity and the enhancement building. So to JICA and JICS, appreciate and thank you so much. And also towards the training, because without the training we wouldn't be able to have this tool for enhancing our capabilities moving forward. We appreciate you coming into the country and giving us the appropriate training as we move forward in regards to giving this enhancement to this institution. In terms of the use of the equipment towards the museum and the digital archiving, that's quite important because as our standing with regards to Papua New Guinea, we do not have enough training and enough tools in regards to preserving our culture.
With this investment, the National Museum Art and Gallery aims to collaborate with partners including Australian Archives and the National Archives of PNG, to further enhance historical documentation. The digitization project aligns with the museum's vision to safeguard PNG's rich cultural heritage, ensuring that future generations have access to invaluable historical records. With continued international support, the museum is taking strides in modernizing its archival processes, reinforcing its role as a guardian of the nation's history. According to the National GBV Strategy 2016 to 2025 review, Papua New Guinean women who work for SMEs live on subsistence livelihoods, and unemployed women face more violence.
Senior Advisor and Chief Technical Advisor to the United Nations, Vilupti Collis, emphasized the emerging trend on which type of women in the country who face more violence. Collis added that those aged 30 to 39 are most likely to experience GBV, whereas those aged 40 to 49, although fewer in number, experience the highest severity and frequency violence.
Those who are married, aged 25 to 29, are at the highest risk also of experiencing GBV. And those who are single, 25 to 29, are at the lowest risk. But if you think about it from a theoretical point of view, as we earn more income, as we're more educated, we're more likely to not take, I won't finish the sentence with what I was going to say. We're more likely to stand up for ourselves. We're more likely to say, hey, I'm earning money in this family. The generational trauma from violence is a huge problem, and people under 40 are highest at risk. 82% of the women and 78% of the men say they are experiencing GBV.
The statistics show higher education increases the likelihood of being wealthier by 98.6%, but also increases the likelihood of experiencing GBV by 58%.
If you have no education and you have a higher degree of education, you're almost 100% likely to have a higher income. So education means more money. But it also increases the likelihood of your experiencing GBV by 58%, almost 60%, right? So the more educated, the wealthier you are, the more likely you are to experience gender-based violence. And that's another thing to dig into and understand why.
In comparison to 2020, there have been some important improvements. 20 provinces have current GBV strategies and 8 are PEC approved. 20 provinces have GBV focal points, and 12 provinces include GBV in their budgets, bringing the total of all provincial GBV budgets to 8,845,000 kina per annum. Jasmine Erajak, TVWAN News.
The pre-election pledges keep coming. The Prime Minister has committed $1 billion towards securing a rail corridor between Sydney's growing southwest and new Western Sydney Airport. Advocates say the development will complete a missing link with the airport, but with no clear timeline for the expanded train service, critics are not so sure.
Western Sydney's International Airport is due to open next year, but getting there by public transport won't be straightforward. Keen to shore up Western Sydney seats, the Prime Minister has made an election splash.
The re-elected Albanese government will build on this work, investing $1 billion to preserve land corridors to facilitate the building of future rail extensions.
The money would be used to buy land for a rail or metro line connecting Leppington, Bradfield and the expanding Macarthur region with the new airport. The funding won't go towards constructing the rail line, but would be spent on securing the land.
We welcome Commonwealth money. It's a big city. These are big, massive projects, and they need to begin somewhere.
The proposal has the backing of the coalition.
We are pleased to see a commitment of $1 billion, and we'll back that commitment, but we will use it the right way.
And some local leaders.
It's not the sole answer, it's not the silver bullet, but it lays the groundwork for a future metro track to service the growing region of the southwest.
But with construction taking possibly decades and no clear timeline, others have taken aim.
This is half-baked. Getting a train corridor is much, much different than actually getting trains. We need to build these rail lines, and we need to build them now.
Labor is trying to win back valuable southwest Sydney seats like Fowler in Cabramatta, which was won by independent Di Lee 3 years ago. Community leaders say it'll take much more to get the public on side.
We're trying to solve transport problems and provide housing, not trying to win elections.
Signs of turbulence as an election looms.
The final evacuation center has closed following a week of wind, rain and floods in the state's north. 4 recovery centers have opened to help manage assistance to residents who are still struggling from the effects of ex-tropical cyclone Alfred.
In Bryant, life is only just getting back to normal at his home in Balambil Heights near the Queensland border.
4 days, no power, no water, no internet, no telephone.
Just around the corner, the power is still out and affected residents have been camping in their homes.
We've got a little burner so we can heat up water, coffee, so I get a coffee in the morning.
The powerful winds have left their mark on the landscape, creating plenty of work for those who specialise in felling trees.
My phone thread yesterday, I'm getting about 60, 70 calls in one single day over the last probably almost a week.
Premier Chris Minns was back in the region today as the final evacuation centre closed and 4 new flood recovery centres opened. But for some, the state hardship grants being offered are too little, too late.
We applied for the $180, but it's going to be 5 weeks. 5 weeks doesn't fill our fridges now.
The Premier also made it clear he would push ahead with plans to demolish these houses on Pine Street in Lismore. They formed part of the buyback program following 2022's catastrophic floods, but have recently become home to squatters despite the flood risk.
To spend $1 billion of public money to make Lismore safe and to have people just move back in anyway, I think it's ridiculous.
But Tina Middleton, who was living in a car with her son before moving into Pine Street, says she has nowhere else to go.
I'm just going to stay as long as I can. We're hoping that we get support. We're hoping that the truth actually comes out and that people start seeing that we're just humans, we're just people.
People with an uncertain future ahead.
And that ends the news segment. Sports is next after the break.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
Hey viewers, got a red disc on your roof? It's time to unlock over 80 channels of entertainment with Digicel TV. Enjoy exclusive HSBC 7s, UEFA Champions League clashes, Filipino and Indian drama series, live local and international news, sports and much more. All delivered straight to your screen. Looking for something affordable? Start with our 20-channel plan for just 22 kina a day. Or save big by getting the whole month for just 80 kina. Need more? The 40-channel plan is perfect. Just 28 kina for a day. Or go all in for 105 kina a month. Still want more? The 60-channel plan gives you more variety for 38 kina a day. Or take the leap with a full month at just 185 kina.
And now De Bruyne, and now Haaland! Watch it work.
Craving the utmost experience? Access over 80 channels for as little as 42 kina a day. Or enjoy the full package, including optional Filipino or Indian add-ons.
Grisha.
I really love you so much, Devraj.
Dial *515# now to subscribe and get connected today. Digicel TV. More channels, more choice, more value.
For Sam Gary, he's brought greater physicality to his game this year. It's here now.
It was 24 hours before a Japanese patrol arrived at the crash site. Can it be possible that the locals have got there first before the Japanese? And is it possible the sword can still be on the island?
Thanks for staying with us. Last night, Bulolo MP and Vice Minister for Sports Sam Basil Jr. officiated the launch of the 2025 Trukai Industries Fun Run, representing the national government. In his address, Minister Basil emphasized the significance of promoting good health, unity and support for Papua New Guinea's athletes. He acknowledged the Trukai Fun Run's vital role in encouraging healthy living and active lifestyles throughout the nation.
Bulolo MP and Vice Minister for Sports Sam Basil Jr. launched the 2025 Trukai Fun Run event on behalf of the government. He highlighted the synergy between sports, fitness and the strengthening of communities and the nation as a whole. He reaffirmed the government's dedication to public health initiatives, underscoring the importance of sports in fostering healthier communities. Basil urged everyone to participate in the fun run not only to enhance their fitness, but to show support for national athletes.
The Trukai Fun Run provides an opportunity for individuals and families to prioritize their health. As a government, we continue to promote public health initiatives, with sports playing a crucial role in encouraging healthier communities. I urge everyone to take part in this event, not only for fun, but also as a step towards a healthier lifestyle. And of course, fundraising to show our support towards our national athletes.
The minister expressed gratitude to Trukai Industries for its continuous support and urged more businesses to invest in community activities. He pointed out the crucial role of fundraising associated with the fun run, noting Trukai's active involvement in raising funds for Team PNG as they prepare for the international competitions, including the 2025 Palau Pacific Mini Games.
I would like to acknowledge Trukai Industries for their committed support in making this event possible. Their devotion to community development through corporate social responsibility is commendable. I also encourage more businesses and organizations to support initiatives that uplift our communities and promote positive change. While the government resources have been limited this year, we remain committed to supporting our athletes in every way possible.
In his closing remarks, Minister Basil reiterated that the Trukai Fun Run is more than just a race. It's a celebration of health, sports, and national unity. A chance for us to run together for a healthier, stronger, and more unified Papua New Guinea. One team, one dream, go Team PNG.
And sports have the power to bring us together. The Trukai Fun Run demonstrates this unity, allowing people from all backgrounds to run side by side. When we take part, we also celebrate our identity as proud Papua New Guineans.
Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
The PNG Olympic Committee's iconic sports fundraiser, the Trukai Industries Fun Run event for 2025, was officially launched last night at the Grand Papua Hotel in Port Moresby, featuring the unveiling of this year's official T-shirts. The event marked a significant milestone for Trukai Industries, showcasing their unwavering support for this premier fundraiser for the last 25 years. With over 50 years of presence in Papua New Guinea, Trukai has established a strong commitment to the nation and its partnership with the PNG Olympic Committee.
At the launching of the Trukai Industries Fun Run event for 2025, Andrew Grace, General Manager of Sales and Marketing at the Trukai Industries, emphasized the company's pride in contributing to the Olympic Committee and the Fun Run, highlighting its development over the years. A key focus of Grace's speech was on the affordability and quality of this year's Fun Run shirts. He announced that despite rising costs, Trukai's procurement team has successfully delivered an improved shirt at a lower price. The shirts are designed with an emphasis on quality and durability, making them suitable for various sports activities.
But this year, we've been able to deliver on that promise. So we have a shirt that will be priced at a very affordable selling price for all Papua New Guineans. It'll be sold at 15 kina per shirt. And so to put that in context, that means if you're a family of 6, for under 100 kina, 6 of you can have shirts and participate in the events as they go across the country. So I think that's a wonderful thing.
Grace also called on business houses across PNG to support the Fun Run and the PNG Olympic Committee, underscoring the event's important role in fostering engagement and supporting Team PNG's participation in the upcoming Pacific Mini Games in June this year.
Secondly, on quality, we're really focused on, because it's sports orientated, a shirt that is long wearing, but also an action type of shirt. And you'll see that in the reveal and in the material that we've used this year.
PNG Olympic Committee President Emma Waiwai acknowledged the significance of Trukai Industries for its unwavering support since 2000, highlighting their vital contribution to enabling PNG athletes to excel on the international stage. She highlighted the theme for this year's Trukai Fun Run is running through history and aligns with the country's 50th independence anniversary.
As we reflect on our country's history and achievements, we also look forward to another chapter of sporting excellence as Team PNG prepares to compete at the 2025 Pacific Mini Games in Palau, which will be held from the 29th of June to the 9th of July. Our athletes will be competing in 10 sports: athletics, swimming, basketball, 3x3 basketball, softball, table tennis, bar, weightlifting, indoor volleyball, and beach volleyball.
Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
Drawing from his experience as a player and coach in the Super League, Stanley Gene vows to work closely with rugby league coaches from the Digital ExxonMobil Cup and NRL Bid Academy to improve the standard of coaching in the country. Gene made this statement recently following his appointment to the PNG Rugby League football as the coach development manager.
The face of PNG in the Super League, Stanley Gene, has welcomed his appointment as the coach development manager for PNG Rugby Football League. Gene said the timing is right for him to return home and contribute to Rugby League. The PNG RFL new coach development manager has commenced his job by meeting up with Digital ExxonMobil Cup clubs and academy coaches and trainers in Port Moresby. He is expected to make a trip to other centers of the country in the coming weeks.
I've met up with all the coaches last week. I've had the coaches who are based in Moresby. I've had a one-to-one with them and sat down and have a coffee with them and have a chat before I go into the teams. This week I've done all the Moresby teams now, so I'll be on the road to Lae and then all the way to Warbeck, and then next week I'll be in Kimbe, Rabaul. So just to work with the coaches and see where they're at.
While highlighting his immediate plans for coach development in men and women's and the new youth competition, Gene said he will not force things to happen. Instead, he will be providing necessary support needed to the local coaches and step in where necessary.
Coaches who are outside Moresby, I've rang them, I've sort of got in touch. I've created a WhatsApp group. So all about me going is, I'm not going into the territory trying to get a button and try to be the coaching guru. It's not. Because every coach is different. I'm only there to watch and support and anything that they want from me. All I'm looking now is once I'm with a team and I'm working around them, I can pick up whether they need some work, they need some more help. I'm there to do that.
Drawing from his personal experience as a player, Gene said he experienced language barrier having trained and played under expatriate coaches. Gene said his involvement in the coaching training and development will bring out the best in the local coaches. Meanwhile, Gene praised rugby academy programs in the country. He said young kids today have better exposure to the game, training facility and coaches than he had. He urged them to not take opportunities for granted.
A kid who've actually been like one of the other kids now, struggling to play and make it to the Kumuls, or make it to the Hunters, make it to the Lioness Vipers. Their dream was my dream at the time, but we didn't have the resource that we had now. So down, just like me, go and experience the life, and you know, if you're very lucky and if you want it really bad, you work hard, train hard and play hard, and you can stay there. If you don't, then you come back, but it's up to individuals.
Rex Litter, TV1 Sports.
And that ends the sports segment. Now for the weather forecast. Southern region, Port Moresby, becoming cloudy with showers, then rain showers and thunderstorms. Popondetta, partly cloudy with possible evening rain showers and thunderstorms. Momase, Lay, cloudy periods with possible showers, then rain and thunderstorms. Vanimo, cloudy with occasional heavy rain showers and thunderstorms. New Guinea Islands, Lorengau, cloudy with some rain showers, then showers and possible thunderstorms. Boka, partly cloudy with few evening showers. Highlands, Mount Hagen, cloudy with periods of heavy showers, then rain and possible thunderstorms. Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, cloudy with possible heavy rain showers, then rain in spots and thunderstorms. Ocean forecast. Coral Sea, seas smooth with northeast to southeast winds of 5 to 10 knots. Solomon and Bismarck seas smooth with east to northeast winds of 5 to 10 knots. Pacific Ocean, seas slight to moderate with northeast to easterly winds of 10 to 20 knots with gusts. And coastal waters, waters of southern PNG and Indonesian border to Daru to Kiwai Island, to Kerama to Yule Island, to Hood Point to Samara Island, seas 0.5 to 1 meter. Waters of Cape Vogel to Huon Gulf to Finchafen, seas 0.5 to 1 meter. Waters of Manus and its western group of islands, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. And that ends another edition of TV1 News. Thanks for your company. Bye for now.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by BSP, our bank, our people.